Bonjour everyone, welcome back to Magpie Channel TV. This is something different for you, isn't it? We're in a buggy, playing golf. Well, we're trying to play golf. I'd use that term loosely. It's not going over well. Joined by Rubenstein. How are we, fella?
I'm good. It's a bit windy and cold, but I'm having fun.
It is. There's a hot hair's out in force. It's a cold one. It's quite sunny. We've had a bit of rain, but it's getting a bit colder now as the year ticks on. And the point of this video is how Newcastle are going to tick on for the remainder of this season. Well, until the World Cup break, basically. We've got 9 holes to go on this course, so I'm going to do 9 games to go for Newcastle until
I do like it.
9 games to go until the World Cup break in mid-November, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So we've got 9 games to go before then. We're going to talk about on each hole the games coming up, what the result will be, and how many points will Newcastle get, and where we think we'll be sitting come that World Cup break. So before we tee off on the 10th hole, Rob, I'll let you kick off. Fulham on Saturday.
Yeah.
We don't need to do scores for every game. We'll just go win, draw, loss.
Oh. Draw. I'd love to say, I want to say win. I'm hoping it's a win. It's the injuries at the moment that's making me question it, and the fact that we know Mitro's going to get at least one. At least. I think they're playing well. I think Mitro's looking good, and he's going to really turn it on for us. So I'll say draw.
I'm going to go the same. I'm going to go draw as well. I think if Isak was fit, if we knew Maxi was back, I'll go for a win. But I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be a close game. And so Fulham 1 point apiece for both of them.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Sensible for now on the tees with this cold weather. On the next game then, Brentford at home, which is pretty much marking a year anniversary since the takeover, I think. Big game there. How do we see that one playing out?
I'm backing us for that one. In fairness, I said draw to Fulham on the last one. I think it'll be tight. I just think that because of the injuries, I'm hoping by Brentford we'll know where we are. It's already thought that Maxi Wilson will be ready for Fulham. I think by Brentford we should have everyone or a lot of them back and at home in front of the home crowd. Brentford are a decent team.
Very good team.
And
Ivan Toney.
I don't think it'll be easy, but I just think the home games we've been unlucky. The Palace game, obviously, the Bournemouth game, had Trippier's free kick hit the other side of the post and gone in, we could have gone on to win 3 or 4. So yeah, I'm back to Brentford.
I'm going to do the same. I think with the anniversary of the year, it should be a great atmosphere. Players should be rocking, and hopefully Maxi's going to be back for that one at least. Looks like he's not going to make the trip to Fulham, so if we get him in at Brentford, Wilson stays fit. I expect another Newcastle striker, Ivan Toney, to do well, but yeah, I'm going to go high scoring game, and I think that'll be a win for Newcastle. Queues again on the tee box. We're getting into some traffic here on the course, so you probably can't tell there, but we're going to talk about Manchester United now. Always a big fixture, Rob. This time it's away. It's on a Sunday now, 2 o'clock. It's not going to be easy, is it? Especially with the way they're playing at the minute.
No, I think it'll be tough, and it's getting a little bit harder now to predict the games as we get down the line, because you don't really know where we're going to be, how we've played, have we got everyone back. I think the one thing with Manchester United is that although they have kind of started badly, they've kind of bounced back. They've still got it in them to kind of make a mistake, and if we can do what we're doing very well at the moment, pressuring them, putting them on the spot,
high press,
I think we've got a chance. I think if we can do what we did earlier and as I said, beat Brentford, go there with a bit of a buzz.
Yeah, the phone's too big.
Go there with a buzz, maybe we can grab something.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to depend on who's fit as well for this one, because if Isak's hopefully back by then, he's meant to be out for a few weeks, so that would have been nearly a few weeks, I suppose. That could be a difference, but I'm going to be honest with you, I think we're going to get beat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to go draw.
Optimistic, I like it. 14th hole, 4 games in, and after that it will be Everton midweek. St James's Park late night game, cold at 8. We had one last year, remember? That was a big game where Trippier scored the free kick, and it was a huge win at the time. Can we do the same again this time?
Yeah. I'll back us to win that game. I think Everton haven't started very well this season. The thing is with us as well at the moment is we are keeping the ball, we are creating shots, defensively we're good. And I think a team like Everton, who really, other than Gordon, haven't got that much going forward. In fairness, I think Calvert-Lewin's due to be back soon, so that's something to think about. But I think we've got enough to get 3 points there.
I agree. I think that'll be a good win. I think the place, St James's Park, again, the atmosphere on a night time under the lights is always special.
Yeah.
We should obviously have a fully fit squad by then, you'd hope. So yeah, I'm going to go for a comfortable Newcastle win on that one. So we're going to Spurs on a Sunday, another tough away day after that, Rob. For me, I can't see we get anything. I mean, I was there last year when we got pumped with 1-0 up, got beat 5-1 I think it was in the end. So I don't think it'll be this bad this season, but I think it'll be tough to get anything.
Again, I think the one thing that we've got that gives us a chance is that we are defensively strong, and if we can keep ourselves in it for as long as possible. The worry is kind of what we wanted to do against Bournemouth but couldn't do, is get one, then get a few. If Spurs manage to get a goal in the first half and then we've got to come out, we've got to attack, that's when I worry about how we do. I think the best chance we've got is trying to get a 0-0 or a 1-1, but ultimately I think I would probably say they'll win that one.
Right, let's set off on the, what are we on? 16? 16th hole, and we've got a good old-fashioned 3 PM kick-off finally on a Saturday at St James Park. Aston Villa after that. Steven Gerrard's Villa, or it might not be by that time, he might have been sacked. He's under some pressure, but we'll see. For me, that game has to be a win. Those are the games in the calendar, I think. I like Villa. There's always seems to be a bit of a feisty fixture with Villa. And with this one, I'm going to back Newcastle to get all 3 points.
Yeah, I think I'll back it as well, another 3 points. The thing is, as we say, trying to predict games further in the future, I'm really hoping we can just get a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a run.
Yeah.
And if we do come off, a couple of wins and then, trying to get another one, I think that's what I'm looking at for 3 points.
Right then, so after that it's another Sunday game, and it's a Southampton trip, a long trip down to St Mary's on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Where I was there last year, brilliant game where Bruno Guimaraes scored that screamer. Chris Wood did well in that game as well, scored a good header. He's going through the jungle, I'm a celebrity, get me out here. So Southampton though, I'm going to say we'll continue with good form there. I'm going to go for a win.
Are you?
Oh aye.
I would love to see it. I'm very disappointed that they keep moving these games to Sundays, especially Southampton. One of the longest journeys in the Premier League.
Sunday and night to get back.
It's mad. The trains are all dodgy. Yeah, I'll go draw, to be honest. I think it's a long journey for us, and we don't normally like the South Coast. So yeah, I think a draw, and I don't think that's a bad result either if we did get a point.
Tension turns to the Carabao Cup now then, Rob. It is the League Cup, isn't it?
Yes,
it is after beating Tranmere, so this is included in the 9-game spell that we have before the World Cup starts. So at St James Park, we've got to be grateful for that. In the draw, you don't want to be away from home.
Yeah.
Selhurst Park would have been a bit of a different story, I think. So depending on what sides get picked, obviously it's hard to call now as we're a month or so away from it. But my ball's over there. Your ball's there. But yeah, I think we'll progress in the cup. I think it'll be a close game. I don't think it'll be an easy game against Palace, but I think we'll probably do just enough to get through. I mean, it could even be an extra time job. I think it'll have to be on the night or penalties, but I think we'll get through.
Yeah, I'll back us to get through as well. Eddie Howe said a few times in interviews now that he wants to try and have a cup run this season. And as it's approaching the World Cup, it'll be interesting to know where the players are by then. Have they been, overrun in the amount of games we've got? But you just think, with that game before we go into a break, for a lot of our players, some go away, some don't. I'd like to see us put a strong side out and try and really have a go at a cup, because it's been a long time since we've had one.
Yeah, let's go for it. Rob's wacky racing here in the golf buggy as we head up to the 18th, and we're heading to the final game before the winter break, the World Cup break, and it sees Chelsea travel to St James Park. It's now a 5:30 kick-off on a Saturday, which I'm alright with, to be fair. Full day drinking, lovely stuff. And probably gives you a bit more oomph as well for the place to really get going, the atmosphere to get up there. And Chelsea though, under Graham Potter, it's really hard to judge at this point. He's only played 1 or 2 games as it stands, hasn't he, as manager? So how do you see that one going? Want to try and finish off on a high?
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, sitting here so far away, it's hard to say, but I know for a fact that walking up to the ground, I'll be begging for 3 points. I think it'll be a big occasion, as I say, the last one before the World Cup, and we've done all right against Chelsea at St James's Park in the past. So to sit here and say that I think we should get 3 points against Chelsea, I think is a little bit much. I think to say even a point would be a good result.
Definitely.
So maybe I'll go draw, but as I say, closer to the time, maybe I'll want to change that one.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being sensible, I'd probably say a narrow defeat, but since it's far away, since we can't judge Potter yet, since we don't know what the squad will be or the injuries or anything,
3 points.
Why not? World Cup fever. I'm going to go for a draw as well. I'll go for a draw. Yes, Rob, here we are. The favourite hole of all, the 19th hole. We'll let that Guinness settle. Now then, I said we would finish on 13 points. The next 8 games before the World Cup break, I said Newcastle would get 13 points.
Yeah.
Rob was slightly more optimistic, went for 14 points, one more than me. Where will that kind of see we finish, I suppose? I mean, that's before the winter break, that's before we go to the World Cup. There is some tough games, and you got Man United away, Spurs away, Chelsea at home. And it is hard to call considering the injuries, and some of these games are a good 7-8 weeks away, if you like. So that would be a strong finish, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing when you say 13, 14 from 24. It sounds a little bit low, but then as you say, there are some tough games in there, and halfway through the season, I think if we can still be pushing around that top 10, I think that'll be a good place to go into the World Cup. It's a strange season because you obviously want to see how we can do and where we can push to, but at the same time, we just about escaped relegation last season,
exactly.
So anything around mid-table is an improvement, really.
I think that points total from where we are now to then if you add 13, 14 points on it, you'd probably still see we're around the position we're in now, around maybe 9th to 11th maybe, which is probably fair, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'd be happy with that.
And I agree. And you think to yourself, what would you want at the start of the season? I know some people were, and maybe I was guilty of it as well, at points of saying, could we push to Europe?
I definitely was.
Could we clinch a Europa League conference? But realistically, somewhere in the 8th, 9th, 10th is realistic, and
top half, you'd be happy with that, wouldn't you? Heading into January, because that's obviously going to be another big month for Newcastle, you'd think.
And if we are going to potentially try and make that Europa League conference push in the second half of the season to set ourselves up nicely before the World Cup, would be a good start.
It will be a big bonus. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know, go through the games if you want. Say where you think would win. Fulham, Manchester United, all of that. Drop your predictions below for those results. Where will Newcastle be? Would you be happy with that heading into the winter break? Cheers for watching, everyone. Subscribe to my channel TV. Subscribe to Rubenstein. Link will be in the description.
Good man.
And enjoy yourself.
Cheers.